The asylum procedure. You fled because you did not feel safe in your own country. To get protection, you applied for asylum in the Netherlands. But how does the Netherlands determine whether you get protection? The Refugee Convention states who has a right to protection. For this, the Dutch government considers the following points. 1. Why are you personally at risk in your country of origin? For example, your religion, political activities, your origins or other reasons. 2. What happened just before you fled? 3. Who or what are you afraid of if you have to go back to your country? In this video, we show how the asylum procedure usually works. You can also see what steps there are. Application phase. First, there is the application phase. Maybe you have already done this phase or are still in it. This phase consists of identification and registration. This is carried out by the Department for Identification and Screening of Asylum Seekers. An employee of this organization will ask for your papers, details, and how you traveled to the Netherlands. They check that you are not carrying any dangerous objects and take your fingerprints. DISA may find documents proving your stay in another European country. The Royal Netherlands Marechaussee, KMAR, may also temporarily confiscate your phone to check for important information. Afterwards, you sign your asylum application. During the application phase, a lung X-ray is usually also taken to check you for tuberculosis. If necessary, you will be given medication. Interpreters will be used during your meetings with various organizations. The interpreter is sometimes present in person and sometimes the interpreter translates over the phone. Interpreters are neutral and independent. They have no influence on the decision about your asylum application. Interpreters should not share important information with others either. They are only there to translate what you and the employee are saying. It is very important that you understand the interpreter well. Do you not understand him or her? Let it be known immediately at the beginning of the conversation. Even during the interview, you may always indicate this. This is to avoid translation errors. Application hearing. You will have the first interview with the IND, the application hearing. During this interview, the IND will ask questions about your identity, nationality, and your journey to the Netherlands. You also briefly explain why you left your country. The IND employee will ask if you have papers showing who you are, what country you are from, and how you traveled. Usually, the IND already has this information because DISA asked you for it on the first day. If you have new or different documents, bring them to the application hearing. The documents are examined to check if they are genuine. Tip: try to collect documents proving your asylum story as soon as possible. Tip: write down what you did to get papers. For example, have you asked family in your country to help with this? Do you not have an ID yet? Try to get one as soon as possible. Tip: when submitting documents to the IND, always make a copy of the documents. You will not get your original documents back until the asylum procedure is complete. You do get proof that your documents have been taken. Can you not make a copy? No problem. Simply take a picture of the document. Do you have children aged between 12 and 15? They do not get their own application hearing. You will be asked during your application hearing whether your child would like their own detailed hearing. This is usually done in writing. you can also discuss this with your lawyer. Children aged 15 years or older do get an application hearing. During this hearing, the IND asks whether your child has his or her own reasons for applying for asylum and whether he or she wants his or her own detailed hearing. You can also let your lawyer know. This choice must be communicated before the end of the rest and preparation period. Rest and preparation period. After the application hearing, the rest and preparation period in the asylum procedure starts. Use the rest and preparation period to prepare your story properly. Also, gather documents and other evidence to support your story. During this period, you will receive a letter with information about who your lawyer is. The lawyer will contact you personally for introductions. Sometimes this is quick, but it can also take some time. During the meeting with your lawyer, you will discuss the report of the application hearing, review documents, and prepare for the detailed hearing with the IND. It is very important that your lawyer can reach you during the asylum procedure and knows where you are staying. Therefore, give your lawyer your mobile number and email address during introductions. Are you moving house? Therefore, always give your new address details to your lawyer. Have you already received an invitation from the IND for the detailed hearing, but not yet been in touch with your asylum lawyer? If so, please report this to Vluchtelingenwerk Netherlands, VWN. Can work with you to see how you can properly back up your story. For example, by looking together at what documents you can get from your country. Our employees will be happy to help you. Vluchtelingenwerk Nederland and your lawyer do not work for the Dutch government. They are independent. Make use of their knowledge. Say as much as you can and ask questions. What you say remains confidential. You will also speak to a nurse from MedTadvies before the asylum procedure starts. The nurse will see if you can do the interviews with the IND and if there are any medical problems the IND needs to consider. If you have medical problems or scars, tell them. What you tell the nurse is confidential. The IND only gets an opinion from the nurse. The nurse does not tell them what you said to her or him. Detailed hearing. You will get a detailed hearing. This is the most important conversation with the IND. You will receive the date of the interview in a letter. Keep in mind that long waiting times may mean that it takes some time before you receive an invitation for the detailed hearing. The IND wants to know why you are personally at risk and cannot return to your country of origin. Therefore, it is important that you explain everything clearly. Some tips. The IND knows about the general situation in your country. Therefore, do not provide general information about your country, but explain what happened to you personally and why it is dangerous if you go back. Take the time to tell your story. You may say if you do not understand a question or need a break. Do you not know the answer to a question? This is not a big deal. It is important to communicate this, though. If you have documents that can prove your flight story, it is important to take them with you to your detailed hearing. If you wish, a Vluchtelingenwerk Nederland VWN employee can be present at your detailed hearing. In that case, please inform your lawyer or Vluchtelingenwerk Nederland. You can also indicate whether you would prefer to speak to a man or a woman at IND and as interpreter during the hearing. Discuss this with your lawyer or Vluchtelingenwerk Nederland VWN. After the detailed hearing, the IND makes a report. You check this with your lawyer for mistakes. If there are mistakes in the report, or if you forgot to mention something, your lawyer will tell the IND. Verdict. Based on the application hearing, the detailed hearing and your lawyer's additions, the IND will make a decision on your asylum application. There are 3 options. 1. Your asylum application will be granted. 2. The IND wants to reject your asylum application. You will receive a letter stating the reasons. This is called the voornemen, intention. 3. The IND needs more time to decide on your application. In this case, the decision period is extended by up to 6 months. If the IND intends to reject your asylum application, you will discuss this with your lawyer. Do you disagree with this decision? Then your lawyer will write a letter to the IND to explain why you disagree. This is called the zienswijze, view. After the view, the IND makes a final decision. The IND may grant your application. This means you can stay in the Netherlands. The IND can also take more time or still reject your application. If your application is ultimately rejected, your lawyer will consult with you whether you want to appeal to the court. If you appeal, the court looks at whether the IND made a careful decision. Do you still have questions about the asylum procedure and how Vluchtenliegenwerk Nederland VWN can support you in this? It is important to know that Vluchtenliegenwerk Nederland VWN does not automatically know what is happening in your asylum procedure. We only know this if you tell us. Make a digital appointment with us or drop by. On refugiehelp.nl you can find where we are present and how to reach us. For more information, visit refugiehelp.nl.